Going on, guys? Welcome to the AEW Dynamite post show right here on Outside the Brand for February 22nd, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Wednesday nights, wherever you may be. Got my guy Deontay right here. We're going to be talking about AEW Dynamite tonight. And honestly, tonight, bro, I was actually not looking forward to most of this show tonight, but holy crap, this was actually a pretty good episode of Dynamite tonight to me. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was it was definitely better than the show. That was a shit show.
Yeah.
This week was definitely better.
Anything was better than last week's show, for sure. But yeah, I thought tonight's show was good. We had an important announcement tonight by AEW Dynamite's GM, head of everything, Tony Khan. People are already pissed off about it, and I understand why. But, I think this is actually going to be a good thing for AEW. Now that I kind of sat back and, I assessed some things, I tried to figure out what it really could mean going forward. And honestly, I think it could be a really good move for Tony Khan to actually do this type of a thing for AEW. I know it's not wrestling, but when you have AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage, and then two other shows they're on YouTube, but still the two other shows like Dark and Dark Elevation, at least this is going to give us a little bit of an inside look as to what's going on backstage and figuring out the ins and outs of what AEW is. I think this is going to be a pretty cool looking idea. We just got to see how it's going to be executed and implemented once it actually starts up in March. How did you feel about the announcement? And we will go over everything that it does have entail when more details come out.
I ain't gonna lie, I was a little disappointed because
I understand.
There could have been this big announcement just for it to be a damn reality show. When they could have, I don't mind the announcement. I just think they didn't have an announcement on Dynamite. They could have easily figured out, hey, we got a new show. And, yeah, whatever it is, what it is. I'm gonna watch the first episode and see how it is. And if I like it, I might watch it again. I don't know. I'm not a fan of reality shows. We'll see.
I understand. I completely understand where you're coming from with that. I was definitely not too fond of it either until I actually kind of looked into the ins and outs of what it really could entail, and now I feel like it could have something, to look forward to once it does actually get implemented. We'll see how things go, because at the end of the day, I mean, yes, like I said earlier, it is not like a special 1 hour episode of something on television when it comes to like actual pro wrestling. But at the end of the day, people want to know. People want to know what is really going on backstage. I think, when it comes to AEW taking on, what it's taken on over the last couple of months especially, people are kind of, they want to know everything when it comes to, they want to know everything when they don't know everything, and this little 1 hour show could give us a little bit of an inside look as to what is going on back there in AEW, and take a look at some superstars that we don't normally get to see on AEW television every week. So I think it actually could be something to look forward to. But like I said earlier, I think we just got to figure out how it's going to be implemented and executed once the first episode airs. So
I'll give it a try. I'll watch the first episode. I'm not a big fan of reality shows, but it's not really a reality show, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
I'll give it a episode to watch. If I like it, I might watch it again. If I don't, well.
Right. So honestly, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be something, to look forward to. We'll see how things go down during that first show. I will be checking out that first episode, but I'll tell you guys right now, That's probably gonna have to be on a delay every single time, mainly because of the fact once I do these AEW Dynamite post shows, I'm not just gonna wait until 11 o'clock to start these. I understand we kind of started a little bit late today, but normally that's not usually how things will be run here. I'll be getting a little bit more consistent when it comes to that, and I'll be looking at that show at a later time. I'll probably be looking at it on the day after, like a Thursday or whatever. But at the end of the day, we will see how things go with that when that starts airing. So, alrighty guys, we'll talk about AEW Dynamite from tonight. We were here, where were we tonight? We were in Phoenix, Arizona. And yeah guys, let's talk about AEW Dynamite tonight. If you guys like what you are hearing so far, make sure to hit that like button, turn on the bell for all notifications as we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, as we get ever so closer to that mark. Let's continue to support the channel in any way we can. Go get the merch at Teespring, the official home of OTB and its merchandise. It's linked down there in the description below. And go follow all of us on social media. Every person that's usually associated with TikTok and this, and this platform for OTB is down there in the description below. So go check out the TikToks down there. Alright guys, let's talk about AEW Dynamite tonight. We kick things off with the All-Atlantic Championship on the line as Orange Cassidy takes on the Ring of Honor Pure Champion in Wheeler, Yuta. Obviously, this match was built up from last week, and we had the matchup tonight, and holy shit, was this a fantastic match from start to bottom. Easily a pay-per-view quality type matchup when you look at it. And yeah, man, I just wish this All-Atlantic Championship was a lot more utilized on television. I wish Orange Cassidy was a lot more utilized on television, because this man can go when, he's just kind of letting that championship collect dust. This championship can mean something in this company if they book something right when it comes to it.
I agree. I hope they do more, because this was supposed to be like their version of last week. Pretty much it. I like the idea of when Pac held it, he competed in different companies. That's what we see more of, to make the title feel, important. But the title has just been kind of irrelevant the last couple months.
I agree. It shouldn't be, though. It really should not be looked at as like an irrelevant championship. It honestly could be AEW's version of that Intercontinental Championship. It could be like a workhorse championship if they wanted it to be. But when you don't have the champions actually going out there and fight for that championship, it's collecting dust. And it's not meaning anything, and it doesn't have that identity that you want a championship to have. We're trying to build prestige for this championship, but in order to build prestige, you gotta get it on the show. and that just doesn't happen.
With the TNT title, I don't know what the hell they're doing with that.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that soon. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of problems when it comes to these championships in AEW. And Jesus Christ, alright, Jeff Jarrett just liked one of my tweets. Fuck, okay, there we go. What's up, Jeff? but yeah, we'll figure things out when it comes to those championships. I mean, the TNT title's kind of in flux right now. The All-Atlantic Championship is kind of just collecting dust when it could be something more. Yeah, but this was a great championship match tonight between Wheeler Yuta and Orange Cassidy, and I think both of those guys should be utilized a lot more. Obviously, Orange Cassidy would retain here in this championship match, but this was a very good championship match nonetheless. We turn things here to Yuta as he spits gum at the champ. who then responds by spitting right back at Yuta before they exchange some elbows. They keep at it until both of them are down on the canvas and leading to the referee beginning a 10 count. We get to a count of 7 before both men are back up onto their feet, with Yuta avoiding getting dumped out of the ring before going for a pile driver on the apron, but was countered into a backdrop by the current champion in Orange Cassidy. Cassidy then hit a DDT onto the floor before sending Yuta back into the ring and hitting a head scissors DDT. Yuta manages to catch the champ by surprise by only getting a 2 count before hammering away at the champion's head before Cassidy turns it around on him and doing the same elbows. Yuta then slips out of a seatbelt driver, but the champion, Orange Cassidy, makes it back to his feet and connects with the Orange Punch for a very close 2 count. The champion then follows it up with Beach Break and then hits a final Orange Punch for the win, and that is how Orange Cassidy retained the championship. Like I said, pay-per-view quality match. These two need to be more utilized on AEW television. They just need to.
Yeah. Especially Willie Yuta. And speaking of titles, I don't know what the hell they're doing to them running titles, but they need to do something with it.
They need to put them on Ring of Honor television. That's what they need to do. And honestly, at this point in time, I forgot Wheeler Yuta was the Ring of Honor Pure Champion. When you forget somebody who's holding a championship, that's a problem.
Yeah. And another thing with the whole Ring of Honor thing, I don't think they should have put it on Honor Club. So let's be real. Nobody's going to pay $10 to watch just Ring of Honor. You could have easily just replaced Rampage with Ring of Honor and made it live. But, hey, I'm not paying $10.
They tried. They tried to get it on an actual television show, but at the end of it, like an actual television program. But at the end of the day, if they're not going to be able to pick it up, there wasn't going to be any takers. So getting it on at least something like Honor Club, was the move that they decided to make. And honestly, Deontay, I don't blame you. I just finished up a conversation with one of my guys outside of the whole TikTok space, and they're like, Phil, I'm not going to buy Honor Club for $9.99 a month just to watch Ring of Honor television. And I'm like, I don't blame you, dude, because with all the other subscription services that we have nowadays, it's just more money down the drain.
Speaking of what they need is to have an AEW version of like the WWE Network, where they can have all the past Rampage.
Here's the thing.
And for example,
here's the thing. You have Honor Club right there, right? And you have all the 20 years of the library. I legitimately just got done talking about this with one of my guys. And like, all you have to do, switch it up, combine the shit, put AEW on that streaming service, put Ring of Honor along with that, and just come up with a different name. That way, we can kind of have like a little bit of a Peacock situation, but also have Ring of Honor and AEW stuff on that one streaming service and go with some kind of price.
Well, you know what makes it even stupider? It's just Ring of Honor. It ain't your pay-per-view. You're still going to pay the fucking $.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You put the AEW stuff along with the Ring of Honor on Honor Club, just do a different type of name, and there you go. You have your mini network like the Peacock, like WWE Network, but it also has AEW and Ring of Honor. It's simple, but they just don't.
Very simple. You can
do it.
And you got the money to do it. They got the money to do it.
They got the money. They got the assets, considering that AEW is now 4 years old. Ring of Honor already has 20 years of stuff already on that Honor Club subscription service, so you got a lot of content. Just put it all together.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like you, it's crazy. Like you got all this content, you got all these shows. You could easily just say, "Hey, let's start a streaming service and make it and put all the shit on it." Because that to me, ain't nobody gonna waste $10 a month just to watch one show a week.
Like,
Ain't nobody gonna do that.
if it was both AEW and Ring of Honor, I'm paying $10. I'm paying $10. Yes, that's obviously included. That's and what I was saying when it comes to AEW and Ring of Honor. If it's AEW stuff and Ring of Honor stuff as a whole, I'm paying the $10. I am.
Like I said, I'm gonna watch the first episode of Ring of Honor. I'm just not paying $10 for it.
Yeah, that's if it's on those, special sites that we like to use. If it's there. If not, then, I'll just have to figure it out through highlights or whatever. But, at the end of the day, I'm gonna check it out. I just gotta see what it's like. And if it is as well as I hope it could be, I might add it to the weekly schedule here. I don't know, but I actually gotta see what it's like first before doing that.
In my opinion, they shouldn't have made Ring of Honor social. They should have did like what NXT did, like make Ring of Honor their version of NXT. Replace Rampage with Ring of Honor, have like a little, or not NXT, but have like a little game.
Well, they said that Ring of Honor is going to be like a developmental service for people, but at the end of the day, we actually got to figure out how that is going to be executed. Tony Khan, and I said this again with my guy, Tony Khan's going to be spreading himself really thin here, because he has everything that he has to do with AEW, and he's going to be controlling stuff when it comes to Ring of Honor. The guy just can't do it on his own.
And this is what we think. He needs a lot of you, but he won't do it because, as we know, he can't take the criticism.
He has way too much pride. He has way too much pride to do it on himself when he just doesn't have to. You have so many great assets back there. Use them. It's crazy.
Yeah, you think Triple H is back there trying to get on his own? No. He has a lot of teams, and he can't do everything. Tony needs a damn writing.
Now he has the final say, and listen, Tony, if you want to have the final say, have the final say, but at the end of the day, it just can't all be on you. And that's what we're all trying to say here.
No, that's why AEW, it hasn't, in 2022, in my opinion, it was not AEW's best year, because my problem with Tony Khan is he books a lot of random ass matches with no story. Like, why is Jalen Haley just now getting the match on Revolution? A week before the pay-per-view.
I understand everyone's complaint, man. I do. It's hard, but at the end of the day, we gotta figure out what is really going on here. So, obviously, we were Yuta. He is slow to get to his feet as the referee raises Orange Cassidy's arm in victory. As Yuta gets to his feet, Orange Cassidy offers a hug, the whole best friends thing, and no, that doesn't happen. As Claudio makes his way to the ringside area to interrupt, directing Yuta to get out of the ring, Yuta then grabs the Ring of Honor Pure Championship from ringside and regroups with Claudio as they cut to backstage, where we see Hangman and Evil Uno at odds with each other before his match with with Jon Moxley, I should say, not Hangman. The ends with Evil Uno assuring that Jon Moxley that there is going to be a rough time for him tonight, as we go back to ringside where we have Ricky Starks making his way to the ring for a special promo segment. So Ricky Starks would speak next, and yeah, pretty good segment there with the whole, Hangman Adam Page and Evil Uno. Obviously, the main event tonight was Evil Uno and Jon Moxley. And yeah, and we'll see where things go from there. But this Ricky Starks promo, this was good. I liked Ricky Starks here tonight.
Yep, the Revolution is televised. Ricky Starks is the future of AEW. Hope and pray that Tony sees, like, he could be like the next top star of the company. If MJF leaves, that's your new guy.
Tony definitely sees a lot of stuff in Ricky Starks. I mean, he wouldn't be showing him as much as he is if he didn't see anything special in him. So I do think we have something special in Ricky Starks. I've always loved Ricky Starks since the beginning of this fucking thing. So we're good to go here. The crowd shows their appreciation for Starks as he begins talking about the past few months and dealing with the Jericho Appreciation Society, baseball bats being thrown through tables, and the message is clear. Chris Jericho does not want a rematch against Ricky Starks. So, Ricky says that he is moving on from Chris Jericho, but he has an open contract for a match against him at Revolution. So, Ricky knows that there is somebody itching to get a chance on this AEW Revolution card, and like he said in his music, the Revolution is televised, and he would be damned if he was left out on this card. So, come on out and let's do the damn thing. Chris Jericho's music hits. Judas goes through the PA system, and he arrives on the stage. Chris says that he knows what Ricky is trying to do, trying to bait Jericho into having this rematch. Ricky claims that he's done with Jericho, but Chris says that it is not over until he says that it's over, telling Starks to enjoy his one moment in the sun, but now, you know that this will never happen. Chris then wishes Ricky good luck in this open challenge, hoping that he gets the match that he wants, and then all of a sudden Peter Avalon comes out from the wingman. As soon as he came out, I knew he was going to get popped.
I forgot all about him. I didn't know he still was there.
He's relegated to dark, bro. That's what it is.
So nobody watches.
So yeah, I mean nobody watches dark. So as soon as I saw Peter Avalon get out there, I knew he was gonna get clocked in the face, and that's exactly what happened as Jericho hit the Judas effect right into the face of Peter Avalon. Chris then makes his way down to the ring. Mike's still in his hand, and he tells the crowd to shut up. Jericho says that Ricky can't get to Revolution without Chris Jericho. Maybe he should take the open challenge just to embarrass him. Ricky then says he could, but we know that the JAS would get involved. But we all saw Jericho become the first ever AEW World Champion all on his own. Jericho said, "Fine, you know what? I'll put in this contract that everybody will have to be banned from ringside, and we'll do this match." So, I mean, he put it on the contract. Jericho grabbed the pen from Ricky Starks. He does the whole List of Jericho thing, and he clicked the pen, and the crowd popped huge. The crowd popped huge, and I love that Tony Schiavone said, "The crowd popped for a click of a pen," really going back to the whole thing of the List of Jericho.
If you're not getting it, List of Jericho was an iconic time. It was a time to be alive.
Yes. So, I really love that they did a callback to the list of Jericho. I thought that was a great touch. He signs the contract, and Jericho said that nobody outsmarts the Ocho. But when he signed the contract, Ricky Starks had that little smirk on his face, and he's like, "Yeah, I got exactly what I wanted." So at the end of the day, he did actually outsmart Chris Jericho, and now we have the match again at AEW Revolution. I feel like this kind of thing was it was ass backwards to me, honestly. If we were going to have a rematch anyway, Jericho should have cheated to win against Ricky Starks the first time, because we all know that Ricky Starks actually already beat Jericho the first time that they even faced off. So, if anything, Jericho should have cheated to win there, and then the rematch could have happened. That way, Ricky Starks could beat Jericho at the pay-per-view, and that way you have a bigger star. But
it's typical AEW.
Yeah. They book things so ass backwards.
And here's the thing. Now I hate to bring up WWE's, but I guarantee you, if WWE would have did that shit, they'd be shitting all over. But since it's AEW, they let it slide.
Oh yeah, dude, the whole list of Jericho thing, that was right in the palm of your hands. You had to do something with that. So that to me, I'm not even worried about. I'm not even upset about it. That was right there in the palm of your hands. You do something like that. But at the end of the day, I mean, this story was completely backwards. You could have done something to make Ricky Starks look like a star. I'm not saying that he won't look like a star after Revolution, but you could have done something a little bit more when it comes to the story and not just randomness.
There's so many. That's AEW's problem. They have stories, but they're not really good stories or interesting stories.
I wouldn't say they're not good. I would say that they're just not well thought out. You have good stories in AEW, but some of the stuff you're just not thinking things in the right order, or at least putting them where they need to be.
Yeah, some of the stuff is rushed. The whole, I know we're gonna get to the whole Tony Storm, so it's weird. That one week you get your women's champion book. You can give your women's champion a compelling storyline. Now women's champion had been champion what 5 months now, 5 or 6 months, and she hasn't had not one compelling story.
Yeah. The stories you have, I mean, they're right there. I mean, you're doing some good stories, but at the end of the day, you gotta put stuff in the right order in order to get people invested in where they need to be. Sometimes it just doesn't actually happen that way.
Yeah, make sure it's a start from conclusion.
Yeah. So the next match we had was Lee Moriarty and Big Bill versus the Acclaimed. This was just an easy win for the Acclaimed at this point. They have their match going into AEW Revolution against the Guns for the tag team titles. It's a fatal 4-way tag team title match. This was pretty academic. I mean, it wasn't really anything too special, but the Acclaimed did pick up the win with the Arrival, followed by the mic drop by Max Caster for the win. And yeah, man, I mean, this was just, typical, tag team of the Acclaimed getting a win over another team that's kind of just, it's academic. They're just building momentum heading into the pay-per-view on March 5th.
Yeah, and not only does the AEW Women's Division need some help, but the tag division needs to be booked a lot better as well. They have to be able to be booked better.
For sure, man. For sure. Hold on. Now I gotta switch it to the three-person overlay. What's that, TJ?
Was good. Also, why are these people in our group chat smoking crack, talking about the Weeknd's better than Michael Jackson? Do I need to take a belt and beat them like
I'm not even really paying attention to that group chat anymore. That group chat's just so whack now.
Well, he don't even with making it worse. What the hell is what you doing?
So what did I miss so far? What did I miss?
We talked about that acclaimed tag team match against the man named Big Bill and Lee Moriarty. We talked about the Ricky Starks promo, which I thought was fantastic, with Jericho, and the All-Atlantic title match, which I thought was pay-per-view quality.
Yeah, we also want the whole Ring of Honor shit and the Honor Club story.
So, yeah, this was just fantastic. It was just, your typical run-of-the-mill tag team match for the Acclaim to get the win and get, momentum heading into the pay-per-view on March 5th. But after that, we had my man, Christian Cage, come out. And Christian, he looked like he was gonna, just say some shit about Jungle Boy, possibly about his mother or sister, and then all of a sudden Jungle Boy just fucking comes out of nowhere and attacks this dude. For no reason. Man, yeah, I think it was totally unprovoked. But,
Yeah, it was totally unprovoked.
Did he say anything yet? Did he say anything? No. He was just standing there. He was just standing out there. He was gonna talk, but he actually never got a chance to because Jungle Boy says, "You know what? Fuck you. I'm just gonna attack you instead." It was totally unprovoked.
The things this man has said about his family and stuff, I don't think that's pretty provoked.
It was unprovoked, bro. He didn't even have a chance to say anything yet.
Yeah, it was totally unprovoked. That little snot-nosed brat needs to be arrested for attacking an elderly man who's just standing on a stage.
He wasn't doing anything yet. You can't just attack somebody for not doing anything. That just makes no sense. That's not pro wrestling. That's not pro wrestling.
Yeah, that's called assault. That's called assault. Premeditated assault at that.
I know actually going along with it.
Look, I know they say respect the elders and all, but the elder disrespected him, so he had every right to use his
ass. So Christian Cage is coming out here. As he was about to speak, before he, got attacked, Jungle Boy actually just blindsided the guy. We all know that Christian turned his back on Jungle Boy a few months back, but we were about to see an actual concerto onto Christian Cage before Cage hit him with a low blow, and then it looked like we were actually going to be seeing a concerto onto Jungle Boy until security and everybody just kind of come in for the save for Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy was actually busted open here as he kind of just got a chair chucked into his face. At the end of the day, before this whole, injury with Christian Cage is going to happen, we're going to have a match between Jungle Boy and Christian Cage. I'm just glad we're actually going to be finally getting the end of this chapter and move on to something else.
Speaking of Jungle Boy, what the hell happened to Lucas Lewis?
That's also another thing that I'm trying to figure out too. Hopefully we see the reemergence of him at Revolution. From what I understand is that there is actually some sort of lawsuit issue with him and his mask, or the people that created his mask. So I think he's just out of television, just dealing with that for right now. Hopefully we actually do see the re-emergence of him, though, at Revolution. But, yeah, I don't even know what's really wrong with his mask now, though, for apparently it's just some sort of lawsuit going on. Like, hey, listen, he's had this mask for years. Let it go.
It's the same thing with Randy Orton's tattoos in the game.
The tattoo guy,
yeah. It's always fine for years until the thing gets bigger, and all of a sudden, I want to sue. Right. Why didn't you do that from the jump? You knew you were licensing it out to a multi-billion-dollar company, and now you want to sue?
Yeah.
You should have just asked for this shit right up front.
And then what do they want WWE to do? They can't remove the tattoos from Randy Orton. That's just a weird.
You could if you wanted some compensation, if you wanted some royalties, you could have just asked that right from the jump.
Yeah, but the suing part is stupid because these companies are petty. Oh, you want this? Okay, that's cool. We'll just remove the tattoos from the game.
These lawyers are no fucking joke, bro. The WWE lawyers
these are the
are
same
no
lawyers
joke.
that got bent out of the steroid shits. You think they're gonna fold over a tattoo?
The WWE lawyers are no joke. The lawyers that possibly Tony and Shad Khan could hire, they're probably going to be no joke. At the end of the day, it's not going to work out.
Yeah. They own a football team. You know what type of lawyers you have to own a football team? Because those players can go crazy any minute. You got to be ready for that. Their lawyers are no joke.
Well, the NFLPA is no joke as it is. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Speaking of lawsuits, did y'all hear about that lawsuit about Spain trying to sue WWE for the whole pyrotechnics going off and almost causing him to be dead?
Right, I did. I got no idea, but we'll see where things go. We then had a video package for the feud between Wardlow and Samoa Joe. That match is going to be great at AEW Revolution for the TNT title. I think it's going to be a really good match. I think the story's been pretty cool, but at the end of the day, if Wardlow does not win the TNT Championship at Revolution, what was all this for? But at the end of the day, again, it's just another flip-flopping of the championship. And I just seriously don't care about the TNT title.
And that is the sad thing. Your championship hasn't been relevant since 2020. And the guy who held it not even getting booked.
You're talking about Miro, right? Because that's the first person I'm thinking of. Yeah. The last good TNT champion was Miro. And now he's not here.
Don't even get me started on that. That still pisses me off to this day.
It pisses me off, bro, too. I don't...
one whole thing is, if you were just going with Samoa Joe, get the damn title back, what was the point of Darby Allin winning?
The cheap pop in Seattle, bro. That's exactly why they did it.
Sometimes bookers need to learn, don't give a fuck about the cheap pop. Yeah. All right? Because if that was the case, there'd be a title change every other fucking week in WWE. Right. There were so many wrestlers from so many hometowns.
Yeah.
I think he would win a title every time they're in Chicago.
Oh my god, dude. Don't even get me started on that. But yeah, it's ridiculous. The title has no identity. The title is looked at as a fucking joke. It's ridiculous.
And when they pushed it through, they kept saying, "Oh, it's not gonna be it's gonna be up there with the fucking world title." How is it gonna be up there with the world title? You keep flip flopping every 2 months.
There's no identity to it, dude. There's no identity to it. There's no actual reign with it that's of importance.
The only titles that actually mean anything right now are the TNT Championship and the AEW World title.
Well, the TBS,
all the other ones feel
TBS you probably mean, right? Not TNT.
Yeah, TBS. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, TBS title and the World title itself. Everything else feels like, eh.
Yeah. Like, for example, the tag titles.
Even the TBS title, I would kind of argue, is kind of getting stale for that, but...
It got still a long time ago. The whole point of time, they're just trying to make her like this Goldberg-esque type person. And I like Jay Cargill, but I'm low-key getting sick of this title.
I need Chris Statlander to come back. I just need her to come back. I need her to come back, kick Jade's ass, and get that TBS title. I'm sorry.
How long has she been gone?
She's been gone for the last. She's been gone for a few months, mainly because it was an ACL injury. It was an ACL injury that took her down. It's everything. Everything in her knee is fucked. Everything.
You know what I'm afraid of? They gonna make her go to 100.
See, if only somebody knew how to book their women's division, we wouldn't have to rely on waiting for Chris Statlander to come back to take the title.
Dude, but I wanted Athena to do it. I wanted Athena to do it all those months ago, but she got squashed.
She's probably the only one where I did not want to take that title off. I don't know what it is. I just don't. First off, I've never really liked Athena. I stopped liking her after she went up to the main roster because it felt like something just switched.
Oh, yeah, that's Vince for you. That's Vince for you.
Yeah, and Vince basically ruined her for me. After Ember Moon went to the main roster, everything just died.
She was fantastic in NXT. Fantastic.
Yeah. And when she came to AEW, something about it was just like, it doesn't feel the same. It does not feel like the same person, like the same drive.
And
I was like, I don't want to see her take that title.
Speaking of her, I bet y'all forgot. She's the Ring of Honor Women's Champion right now.
She is.
I bet y'all forgot about that, dude.
She's not being featured. Ever.
At all.
I forgot, TJ, I don't know if you knew this or not, I don't know if you were following this or not, but, you know, I forgot that Yuta was a pure champion. I forgot.
Yeah, same with Claudio.
Well, I know Claudio's the Ring of Honor champion, like, because I've seen his stuff before, but, like, I forgot that Yuta was a Ring of Honor pure champion. When I saw him walk out tonight, I'm like, holy shit, he's a pure champion, isn't he? Huh, okay.
When people are forgetting that a certain person is a champion, that's a problem.
Yeah, when you forget that people are champions, it's kind of a problem for sure. And it's just wild. It's wild how things are going right now in this company. But, you know, we move forward. As we had Saraya versus Skye Blue. And I was very vocal about this fucking match earlier today. I don't care what anybody says. The fact that people thought that Skye Blue was going to be carrying Saraya through this match is fucking ridiculous. You guys can have your own opinions on that, whether you like it or whether you don't. That's okay. That is the reason why we have the show. But that's just a fucking ridiculous statement to me. I'm sorry. It just is.
I agree with you on that. I don't think she would have carried Saraya because that's bullshit. If you watch Phase of WWE, you know that's bullshit.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes.
I think people only think that Saraya's running AEW, but not this good.
Oh, Saraya's running AEW. It's been garbage. It's been garbage. But
see,
that's not
I
her
used the word
fault.
carry earlier.
That's not her
I used
fault.
it as a troll thing. Well, some of it is, because remember, she specifically cited, it's good to have a boss that listens to me. That means some of the shit she is doing, she has pitched to Tony. And she even revealed some of the stuff that she pitched to Tony. Like having her abusive-ass boyfriend who has multiple cases against him come in and beat Chris Jericho? Are you fucking serious?
Well,
who do you think you are thinking this no-name is going to beat Chris Jericho?
Wait, hold the fucking phone. Who is that? Who's this?
Her boyfriend, Ronnie Radke. He is a terrible human being.
Well, listen, I'm not at liberty to say about any of that, but, like, he's a wrestler?
No,
he's not.
He's a musician, a terrible musician and a terrible human being. And she was like, oh, I pitched to Tony, we could have him come in, do a mixed tag match with me against Chris Jericho with someone else, and knowing Chris, he'd probably let me go over. No one wants that.
When did she say this?
She revealed it like a week or so ago.
I have no recollection of that. None. But
bro, we were going crazy about it in the group chat because, like, we had the screenshot of her quotes and everything in the podcast she was on.
You know how crazy that chat gets, bro. Like, you know how many people talk about that thing all at once. It's all buried in there, bro. It's buried in there. So how am I supposed to know? But regardless, this was Skye Blue carrying Saraya. That's just a fucking ridiculous statement, and I don't care what you have to say about that. It's ridiculous.
It's not too ridiculous when she's been mid ever since she came out of retirement.
The stories that she has had in this company have not been good. I will agree with you there. But the fact...
Her wrestling's not been the best either.
It's fucking Tony Khan!
You can't blame Tony for the wrestling, though.
It's fucking Tony Khan when you don't have enough time to do something about shit.
To be fair, though,
that is true, but still, with a limited amount of time, you can still do some shit.
You can't do shit. No, you just
yes, you can. We've seen it before.
When you have 5 minutes of in-ring time,
yes,
you can't do
we
fucking
see it
shit.
all the time.
No. I'm sorry. That's not true.
To be fair, though, I
think that's a blasphemous statement.
Enough time.
Oh God.
She hasn't wrestled in 5 years, so I cut her some slack. She gonna have some anyway. If it continues, then we can say, yeah, it's her.
Also, she had a whole match with Britt on a pay-per-view that got more than 5 minutes, and it was still mid because Britt carried that fucking match.
That I will agree with.
Dude,
she did.
It was her first match back in years. Of course, I'm not
CM
going
Punk's first match back in years was good.
That's why I didn't get. That's why I didn't get paid. Shit, because it was her first match.
Okay.
She had a little ring. I wasn't going to say that, but she had a little ring.
And people legitimately had the nerve to say that she was going to lose this match tonight. Fat chance. Saraya was winning.
I didn't think she was going to lose. She's a heel. She just started her heel run. She's not losing for at least a month.
And that's another thing. Her heel turn was so damn handy.
The heel turn was fucking ridiculous. I'll agree with you there. It was fucking ridiculous. And this whole thing between WWE and AEW is ridiculous anyway. But now we're stuck with this shit. And now Saraya, she's just doing her fucking thing. And now she has a Women's World Championship match at Revolution, which came out of fucking nowhere. It's so
stupid, too.
It's stupid.
See, this is why people say, this is why MJF said it in the fucking work shoot promo. Would you love me more if I was ex-WWE? Because all these ex-WWE wrestlers are coming in now. Some of them are good, too, like Mox and Danielson and shit. But then others are having garbage runs in here, like Saraya, and then just get a fucking title shot. And then others who actually deserve shit, like Miro, are not to be seen, like they've been missing since 2005.
If Jamie Hayter,
like, do I need to call the FBI to find this person?
If Jamie Hayter loses this fucking championship on March 1st, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm sorry, if Jamie loses it, I'm becoming a fucking WWE shill. I'm gonna start shit talking the fuck out of AEW if she loses that title to Saraya or Ruby.
I worked way too fucking hard for this show, but no.
Especially Ruby, because Ruby hasn't done shit either. Like, what the?
She's been relegated to dark, and that's
to help Tony book this division, bro.
And see, this is what I'm talking about with this fucking women's division. You got companies that you can easily have the best women's division in the fucking world.
Yes.
And then it also makes me mad when people say, "Oh, AEW treats their women way better than WWE."
No, they don't.
Their fucking booking is shit. Like Toni Storm, yes, the last one she did with Charlotte, that was shit. The whole pie in the face thing. But she was in a storyline with Charlotte that had meaning.
It was so
disrespectful.
It was so demeaning.
World title at one point.
It was so demeaning, though. Come on, you can't just not agree with that. That was so demeaning.
It was very different.
It was, but they still gave her better storylines over there than they're giving her here.
I wouldn't go that far.
They got Saraya everything this woman does. Do with it.
Both companies don't know how to treat Toni Storm.
She had one bad
Both companies don't know how to treat women. Well,
all right then. So what are we having this conversation about? You know what I'm saying? Like, this conversation is going around about.
I'm going as far to say this: the only company that knows how to treat their fucking women is Stardom. They are the only ones that know how to treat their fucking women.
And
Impact's doing pretty well.
Impact,
yeah, but I have gripes about Impact too. So.
I keep trying to tell people that not every wrestling show is perfect 100% of the time, but people still try to actually bring up that fact.
This is the thing with AEW things. They like to think that, it's so perfect. And Tony Khan is just the best booking work. He can do no wrong.
Oh man, in the beginning,
exactly. I get that not every company is perfect, but when you shit on another company, say that their whole booking is ass, but yours is 10 times fucking worse when it comes to the women, that's where I have a problem.
I'll admit.
Because I'm going to bring up the WWE thing. I was pissed when Bayley and Becky didn't get that fucking steel cage match, but they still found a way to bring the story into it. Oh, Bailey and Damage Control beat the shit out of Becky. That's why the match didn't happen. Okay, cool. Continuity. So now we have a reason to have the match later.
No,
what do we have in AEW?
Loff and I were pissed at Raw 30 when that didn't happen.
Saraya spray paint on Toni Storm's ass. Now she gets a world title shot.
No, Loff and I were pissed when that match did not happen at Raw 30.
That was so stupid, man.
You should have seen us.
Oh my god.
And this one dude in our section was super pissed. Remember that guy, Loff?
Yeah, he was not happy.
That guy was not happy.
I was pissed about it too, but at least they still found a way to tie it in.
No,
they
but
still
here's the
found
thing.
a way to like offset it.
Here's the thing, TJ, but you actually got to see the televised version of this. We were just in the crowd, not knowing what the fuck was happening. So
it looked weird. It just looked weird. It was all quiet. Nothing was. It just looked weird.
At least you had like possibly commentators to say, "Oh yeah, well it's not gonna happen. We'll figure something out in the next coming weeks." We had nothing.
We're just looking like, what's going on now?
We're just like,
see, I'm glad you brought that up. That's one thing I hate about seeing the shows in person. Sometimes the commentary makes the fucking story, so y'all should have some kind of way we can hear the commentators, bro.
When I was younger, I thought they played the commentary through the arena.
That's what I thought.
I was so pissed when I got there. I was like, I can't fucking hear Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, and they're basically making the story.
You gotta sit behind the table to hear them.
I'm saying, but some people ain't got fun like that.
Yeah,
like Dave was record, I suffer from lack of funds.
So let's just get through this fucking match, because I like, here's the thing, guys. In all seriousness, and I want to say this to the chat because I feel like the chat's probably thinking like, "Holy shit, they're legitimately mad at each other." We're not. We're just fed up with the actual booking of the women's division here in AEW, and we're just voicing our opinions very loudly. We're not mad at each other at all.
We need to have that conversation. We need to have a conversation on TV channel where we can have.
We're all very passionate about women's wrestling and how women should be treated in this space for professional wrestling, and it's just not being treated right in this company, and we want it to be. Like the fact of the matter is, a lot of the people in the AEW women's locker room are fucking fantastic. They're great at what they do, but they A, don't get enough time to show it, and B, the storylines in the women's division are trash. So,
or they're relegated to the dark. A show nobody watches.
You get what you get, and it sucks.
Who the fuck watches Dark and who watches Elevation?
Nobody
watches Dark. Damn, should not watch Elevation.
I ain't gonna cap. I watch Dark when Kiera Hogan's on there. I watch Dark.
But you watch that one match, bro. Nothing else.
Yeah, I turn off.
Exactly. So.
Right on.
Oh, and I don't even watch Rampage anymore. Like, we took that off the weekly schedule.
Rampage?
Huh?
Who watches Rampage?
Nobody now.
Nobody watches Rampage.
AEW Rampage last week got a grand total of 270,000 viewers. That is disgusting.
The only time I watched Rampage in full was when CM Punk debuted. After that, I only watched Rampage for Hook's match. After he stopped having no squashes, I stopped watching the fucking show. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to watch it all access.
That was the second episode of AEW Dynamite, which brought in 1.2 million. And now we're down to 270,000.
And I'm sorry, I'm not about to watch All Access. Why the fuck do I want to watch an hour-long version of Being the Elite?
We'll talk about All Access, because I talked about it earlier on in the show. I understand where you guys are coming from, but I have a feeling this could be okay. Decent. I'm not saying it's good.
Not important, though.
Okay.
It made it decent, but not important.
It definitely was not an important announcement. I'll give you that. But we'll figure out things when we get there. I know you guys are pissed, and I was pissed off too at first. But we'll talk about it. And I know Lop is probably thinking in the back of his head, "Oh, well, here comes Phil showing Tony Khan again." It's not. I actually think something could be happening with this.
I was thinking about Total Divas. If they're trying to Total Divas me, I may watch that. Possibly.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Okay. Saraya won with the PTO the page tap out thing that she used to have, but she's not calling it that anymore. I don't know what she's calling it, but she won with the PTO. So I mean, it is what it is. She kicks Skye's ass, and I like Skye. I do. I like Skye. I think she's.
Maybe they use her more.
Yes. I like Skye. I like Skye Blue. I think she's been really improving, and she's like a tremendous pro wrestler. But she was not winning this match tonight. I can't believe there were actual people that thought she was gonna win tonight, which is kind of crazy.
She wasn't. There was no doubt.
Not really. I mean, we said the same thing about Action and Andretti, and he beat Jericho.
Dude, I'm not gonna try to argue anymore. That's fucking nuts. It's crazy that people thought that she was winning.
Wait, you think it's nuts that Skye Blue could beat Saraya, but not nuts that Action and Andretti can beat Jericho?
Not okay. In this storyline, that they're trying to prove right now,
what
she was not.
There is no storyline. That's the thing.
All right, we're just moving on. We're just moving on because obviously TJ's just not gonna listen to what I have to say. Okay. So we do the whole thing. The whole triple threat was made official. Bryan Danielson, he's here. This was fucking fantastic, and nobody's gonna tell me otherwise with this because this was fucking great.
It was fantastic. It added a story to this otherwise meaningless feud.
This is not meaningless. I'm not gonna go that far.
Yeah. Okay, I ain't gonna say it was meaningless, but it really didn't have no direction. All he had was Jon Moxley facing different opponents every week.
Well, it's a rinse and repeat storyline when it comes to MJF, and I will agree with that. But like like I said earlier, we have stories here in this company. But a lot of the shit is so ass backwards. It's not even funny. But we'll get to things. Bryan, he comes out and he says that it's great to be back in Phoenix. We get a huge yes chant from the crowd. It seems like they want Bryan to win the AEW World Championship at Revolution, which the crowd agrees with. Bryan says that he will do everything in his power to win that championship, but first he wants to talk about what MJF said last week. MJF says that he hates Bryan Danielson, so he tries to break his arm of a friend of Bryan's, and he hates Bryan. He tried to help him get injured so he can't make it to the pay-per-view, but MJF hates Bryan. MJF hospitalized William Regal, and he hates Bryan Danielson until MJF's music hits. And he was not even advertised for the show tonight, so I'm glad that MJF made his appearance tonight. And he got personal. MJF got personal, which is exactly what this feud needed.
It definitely needed this. It made it more personal. It made people more invested, and made people want to watch and see the match.
I'm gonna say something, and don't take it too hard. Okay?
Uh oh. He didn't like this.
No. First of all, everything that Bryan Danielson does, I approve of. He could go out there and look at the camera for 20 minutes, and I'll be screaming. So he's awesome. But only thing I'm worried about is, as cool as this was,
can MJF go 60 minutes? Because he can.
No. He'll be. I'm pretty sure he'll retain, even though I think Bryan should whoop his ass. But I don't know how much I have left of MJF, like at this point in the feud, going to the family thing, and then I'm gonna do something mean to your family, and then using that to get to a higher point in the feud. I don't know how many times we can go down the route of feud goes, and there's a middle point, and then MJF has to say something outlandish, like I'm gonna fucking punch your grandmother in the face, and that's the thing that pushes the feud to the next level.
You gotta get personal somehow, bro. You might as well go.
I'm saying, like, why is that? Like, it's like his default emote. It's like, all right, feud here. Now I'm gonna say something about your fucking sister. Like, it's just, it's.
Why'd you say fuck my sister for?
Not your sister, man. It's starting to get a little bit one-dimensional.
Well, here's the thing. It's repetitive. It's a repetitive story when it comes to MJF, and that has been the big problem with MJF as of late.
I talked about MJF, and y'all basically took the words out of my mouth. Because I seen Super make the video, and I kind of agree with you. He said, what's the name? MJF is very one-dimensional.
I don't agree with the one-dimensional thing. I don't agree with that, and I'm glad I actually didn't, go to his video and stitch it, because I probably would have went off, and I actually like the guy, but yeah.
I like MJF, but he's very repetitive. It's the same from every week. Hey, this city sucks. I'm gonna talk to sister. You're a virgin. You're breastfeeding. I'm better than you and me. Look, every single week.
I understand.
Every week. He can kill on Bray Wyatt for being repetitive, but don't say nobody ain't do that.
I understand, dude. I understand.
I'm gonna say this: MJF low-key, he low-key made Brian look like a bitch tonight. Because when he started talking about the family and shit, Brian said, "You bring my kids into it again, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you." Why did MJF get to talk shit about this man's kids for a whole nother 5 minutes before Brian made a move? As soon as Birdie's name came out of MJF's mouth, Brian should have been up that ramp. But no, MJF got to tell this little girl, "I'm gonna fuck your daddy up and send him back to you broken." That's wild. He got Brian challenged him, and MJF said, "Bitch, you want to challenge me? Bet."
So, okay, I agree with you at that point, TJ. I really do. Okay, so MJF says that Brian may have these schmucks twisted, but he knows who Brian really is, and who MJF really is. Abandoned by all his considered friends until he met this one girl that he was convinced that he was going to be marrying one day. So he got down on one knee and proposed to her, and what did she do? Leave him. Tony Schiavone then said on commentary, she made the right choice. I'm like, fuck you, Tony.
I
don't think so.
The whole thing about the whole car situation from last week, that was 80% made up. 80%.
That was made up. I don't know his wife.
This is probably a work also.
This was probably, if last week's story was 80% made up and 20% true, it could be something. I don't know.
Wait, let me just check her Instagram.
Well, it's not. It's obviously not his real wife now. I highly doubt it now, but go ahead. So, the crowd was not happy with this, and they said that he deserved it. As MJF says that he is he's unlovable, and now the only thing that he has is this AEW World Championship. But everyone loves Bryan Danielson. Bryan has something MJF will never have, and that is a family, and yet he takes all of it for granted. Why does MJF hate Bryan? It's not because those schmucks think Bryan is better, but because he had more concussions and head trauma than anyone in this business, and he is still in his sport. That's fucking... That's fucking that you're
I'm
a
not
dick.
gonna lie.
You're a dick.
He said that line. I thought he was gonna say old boy's name. I really thought he was gonna say his name.
Oh, I know you can.
When he started talking about the concussions and CTE, I thought he was gonna say his name. I was ready for it. I was like,
Oh god. Okay. Now I'm putting the pieces together. If he actually said that, that would have been fucking nuts.
I would have lost my mind.
Yeah.
Because if anyone would say his name, it would be MJF.
Oh yeah, I'm actually surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Honestly, give it next week. He'll do it next week.
So, to MJF, every time Bryan steps into the ring, he's saying, the sport is more important than his family, something MJF cannot stand. To the champ, Bryan is no better than William Regal, who he gladly sent to the hospital. Even worse, Bryan is, quote, addicted to the spotlight, and at Revolution, he's getting the spotlight that he can have when MJF punishes him for taking things for granted. MJF says that he wants to speak to Bryan's children, but Bryan is not going to have any of that, as he said that, like, listen, if you bring my children into this, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. MJF promises Bryan's kids that he is going to beat Bryan badly and punish him at Revolution. He also promises that Bryan a gift, and Bryan has had enough letting his they're just brawling at this point, right? They're brawling all over the arena in the ring until security rushes down to break things up. Then obviously it's the whole quintessential pull apart brawl. They go to each corner, get out of the security hands, go there. It's quintessential. It's like Brock Lesnar, John Cena, that pull apart brawl. Same thing. They're never anything different. It's legitimately the quintessential John Cena, Brock Lesnar from when they did that.
Or Undertaker, Brock Lesnar.
Or The Undertaker. The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar was just the same thing. It was just the same thing. So, like...
But at least they were backstage, though. They weren't fighting all the way backstage.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying. Like, it's the same... It's basically the same principles.
Yeah, I think you're saying that.
So, they continue to fight, and like I said, they just continue to do the whole thing until they stop, until they went to commercial break. So... I love that it got personal. It needed to get personal. As much as people are still kind of, shaky about this whole 60-minute Iron Man match, I'm fucking excited for this. I think this is going to be great.
I'm excited. I just hope you don't have a shit ton of matches to the show, because it's already a 60-minute, a 1 hour pay-per-view. You don't need shit. So,
Tony is.
He needs to understand quality over quantity. You don't need to have 15 matches. 6 matches is okay. As long as quality over quantity.
I think we keep it to what we have right now. We have 7 matches. That's it. That's perfect.
Yes.
Especially with one match going 1 hour, 7 matches is perfect.
Yeah. We're running another all-out situation, but it was like 15 matches.
Last year's AEW Revolution, I think, was like 16.
Hot take, with an Iron Man match and 7 matches, I think it's too much. Because that means one of those other matches is getting shit time. You have a fatal 4-way tag match. You have the women's title match.
It's probably going to be the women's tag match, bro. It's the women's match.
Exactly. It brings it back to my fucking point.
How much you want to bet? It's going to be the women's match we get to release the round.
Because what are the other matches on the card right now, Phil?
MJF Bryan 60-minute Iron Man match.
Mm-hmm.
The Guns versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus the Acclaimed versus winner to be determined next week in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. That's going to get time, whether anybody likes it or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Moxley versus Hangman in the Texas Death Match. That's going to get fucking time.
That's going to get fucking time.
Joe and Wardlow, actually, that could be a contender to make it quick, because that match really doesn't have too much, other than, the
but
whole
knowing
father
Tony,
thing.
that match is going to get time.
Jericho and Starks, that could get some time. That could get some good amount of time. The triple threat for the women's title, that's a contender to make it shorter a little bit. And then 6-man 10. Oh yeah, this I'm fucking furious about.
What?
The 6-man tag team, the trios championship between the Elite and the Dark Order. I'm not mad about the match. I just think it's done way too early. Because we know the House of Black are just going to lose.
Oh, you said Dark Order.
Not Dark Order. I meant House of Black. Sorry.
Oh.
That's what the thing about. They should have been the first feud they had. Instead of having 7 fucking with
the House of Black should not be the first feud for the Elite. They should be the ones to take the titles off the Elite, not just to lose. Because they're going to lose. The Elite are going to win that match.
I don't think they should have won the title back.
It's not guaranteed.
No, they're going to retain that match.
No, because remember, Kenny's contract is almost up. And there are rumors. Remember, they said WWE is looking to go after someone bigger than Jay White.
Dude.
Yeah,
they have held it for 42 days. They are
said
not
the
losing
same
those
thing
titles.
about Cody. See, we say the same thing about champions, big name champions, but some of them still lose them shits. At this point, it doesn't matter what your name is when it comes to a title.
I highly doubt they lose. I highly doubt they lose.
He is the EVP. He basically started that company.
Cody started it too, and look what happened. Your name means nothing anymore. If someone else wants you and is willing to offer more money,
I highly doubt they lose, but we'll see.
The only way I can see Kenny or maybe leaving is if they bring back CM Punk. And I can see Tony being stupid enough to do that.
Oh, and Tony's going to bring back Punk. Punk will be back in AEW before the end of the year. I'm telling you right now.
If he's willing to lose out on the people, because we all know CM Punk is a petty motherfucker. He won't let nothing. So if he's willing to bring him back and risk losing the people that built this company, he probably done with much.
Punk will be back in AEW by the end of the year. I'm telling you right now. He will be.
You gotta let bygones be bygones. We don't see Punk very much.
He will be back. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I want him back. I'm saying that he most likely will be back. Like, dude, it's gonna happen.
And I'm just hope he lets bygones be bygones. Because we all know he still got a grudge against WWE to this day. That's what every 9 years ago. Let it go.
You need to sit down somewhere.
He's either coming back to AEW or he's going to WWE. It's one of two places.
Punk is going back to AEW.
And guess what? If he does, someone's leaving AEW. Either way, somebody big is coming to WWE.
Wait, so you think if Punk comes back, you think Omega would just have more incentive to leave then?
For sure.
His contract is coming up. And Phil thinks Punk is coming back by the end of the year, which I think also. So unless they make up, if Punk comes back, don't be surprised if he goes over and Kenny leaves.
Here's the thing.
Kenny has the U.S. title.
Here's the thing.
And he can still take it somewhere else.
If Punk is back by the end of the year, like I think it's going to happen, or at least by the end of the year, they will, and I know that they will, because I know Tony Khan and the way that he books this shit, it's most likely going to happen. We will have a feud between the Elite and Punk and FTR, if FTR stays in AEW too. Because of the whole brawl out thing, that will be a feud for the Trios Championships, and we will see how things go from there. I know that makes no fucking sense, but with everything that happened at Brawl Out, it's not a shocker to me at all if Tony Khan would make that a fucking story. Don't tell me that it wouldn't happen,
right
because that's exactly what would happen. That is exactly what would fucking happen.
It's the only one that makes sense.
It's all about if CM Punk is willing to let bygones be bygones. We all know.
See, I'll say this. Fuck if he's willing to make bygones. He can apologize to the Elite all he wants. There's one man he really needs to apologize to, and that's fucking Hangman Page. Because Hangman didn't really do shit, and Punk went upside his head for no goddamn reason.
You also need
to apologize to Kenny in the Bucks all you want, but if you ain't about to apologize to Hangman, fuck that motherfucker. I don't want to see him in the locker room.
You also need to fucking apologize to Tony, but that's here or there.
Hey, Cole Cabana too. Because why the fuck you bring his mama into it?
Well, that relationship,
the bank account with his mother.
That relationship will never get resolved. So that's just not gonna happen. But yeah, those are the two people that you need to apologize if you are CM Punk. That is Tony Khan and Hangman. That's it. And I know some people are probably going to be wondering, like, Phil, why would he ever apologize to Tony Khan? Because he almost fucking ruined his company. He made...
And Tony Khan said that and allowed it to happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's his fault. That's Tony's fault. But yeah, I mean, CM Punk was the originator of AEW, most likely not going to be happening anymore. So yes, he should apologize.
And all of this could have like, blown away. Kept it backstage. He didn't have to go out on live TV and say it to the public. If he would have just left it backstage, this whole thing would have blown over. But no. He wants to start eating his muffin.
Oh, trust me, bro. I know. I've been watching this shit since the very beginning. It's legitimately a thing. This Revolution Tag Team Battle Royal was next. This was, this was, I mean, once I saw the last few people that were in this match, I knew exactly who was gonna win, and it is what it is.
Listen, you have Osio, you got the Lucha, you got all these things, but you chose Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
The final four teams were Best Friends, Aussie Open, the Lucha Bros, and then Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. They chose Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal of all the teams.
Aussie Open was weird. Aussie Open was like that.
It's so fucking weird, bro. So the last two teams were obviously Trent Beretta from Best Friends and the full team of Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Trent Beretta, he hit a tornado DDT on the Lethal, but a punch by Jeff Jarrett led him to being sent over the top rope, but Trent was hanging on. Trent then skins the cat, and he gets back into the ring. Lethal throws Trent Beretta back over the top rope, and they're both celebrating like they fucking won the thing, when they didn't, because he was saved by Orange Cassidy. Helping him back into the ring, Dud tries to get involved, but was sent out, and Lethal is eliminated by Trent Beretta. Trent then throws Jeff out, but is saved by Satnam Singh once more, and another I think he calls the finisher the Stroke, which is probably not the best name for that finisher, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I know what it's for. Because, I mean, it's Jeff Jarrett, but, it is what it is. Jeff Jarrett sent him over the top rope after that, and they win the Tag Team Battle Royale, and now they're at Revolution in the Fatal 4-Way. It is what it is.
Why do they have to have Jeff Jarrett, be the final one stand? They could have been two.
Hey, you know what? I honestly kind of expected this, knowing that his father Jerry passed away a few weeks ago. You know what? You gotta do something for him. At least do something for him, I guess.
Boo.
Oh, I'm not happy with the decision, TJ. I'm not. But I just
No,
saw
I'm
it coming.
booing Tony Khan. I'm booing Tony.
Well, everybody boos Tony. It's not. It's nothing too special anymore. It really isn't, dude. I mean, just look at the shows over the last few weeks. But
AEW, I don't know what it is. AEW, it hasn't hit the same, bro.
Jack Jarrett, Jay Lethal, they're at Revolution. We have the Acclaimed, the Guns, and this team. We have a Casino Battle Royale next week. I made a prediction already, and I've made it before, and I will say it again. FTR will be the Jokers, and they should win that Battle Royale next week.
I think so too. If we're not FTR,
I understand FTR needed some time. They needed some time after holding, basically every single tag team championship in pro wrestling. But FTR is sorely missed from this show. We need them back. And I would have FTR win those tag team titles at Revolution.
They need to go on spot. They had a remember their ranking system they had? You know how many times, months.
Oh, the ranking system doesn't exist anymore.
Good. It was shit anyway.
The ranking system hasn't existed in 2 years, guys. I don't know where you guys have been.
No, it's good.
The ranking systems have not been existing for like the past year and a half, maybe 2 years.
I don't think it's been that long. Remember, FTR, they was the number one spot for like months. And then they kept getting.
Yeah, that was a few years ago, bro. Or at least a year ago. At least a year ago. At least a year ago. At least a year and a half. But regardless, it's not a thing anymore, so nobody has to worry about that. But it's just gotta be FTR that wins it from the Joker spot next week. And I would give the tag team titles to FTR, especially if you're gonna try to keep them in AEW. Honestly, I do think they stay in AEW, but we'll see. I think they stay, personally. This announcement. I know people are pissed, and I understand. Well, let's go through it.
I'm not pissed at the announcement. It's the other thing. They made an announcement on TV, and niggas said, "Hey, we're starting to get a new show."
Well,
and they could be start working too much about that.
They put it as important, and it wasn't really all that important. But so Adam Cole, Tony Khan brought out Adam Cole to make this announcement, and he said that starting in March, a new weekly show will air after AEW Dynamite called AEW All Access, showcasing AEW like we never seen it before. This has something to do with, like backstage stuff and getting a look at superstars that we don't normally get to see on AEW programming. Beyond that, however, the same night that the show will debut, he will make his in-ring return. Well, Adam Cole said that on that same day he is coming back, so the roster better be ready for his impending return.
I swear, Tony Khan fucks up Adam Cole.
They're not gonna fuck up Adam Cole.
That's what we said the first time.
TJ? With this babyface version of Adam Cole, I'm not going to be taking that.
I'm gonna give Tony. I'm gonna let Tony.
I give it a month.
Of course you were.
You gotta do like my Black and Cole. You gotta do like that.
He gets a month from me.
All right.
I've tried giving Tony all the time in the world, and it just goes to shit.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay.
Wait, hold up, real quick. Is the show only going to be? It's not going to only be like Adam and Britt, is it?
No.
Okay.
They pretty much advertising as Adam and Britt.
Yeah, I'm reading the thing. It says Adam, Britt, Sammy, Tay, Bucks, Saraya, Wardlow, and Eddie Kingston, along with CEO, GM, and head of creative Tony Khan. I'm sorry.
Well, he has like 10,000 titles.
That just made me laugh.
But
I'm
yes.
sorry.
I
mean, I'll probably watch it. I am nobody on this list. I want to see what they're doing after. I don't see the people that I personally care about. So that's just a me thing.
Like Ricky,
but it just comes off as just like, oh, whatever.
Well, this was not as important as they made it out to be. But what I do think that this could be is you know how fucking nosy everybody is when it comes to the world of pro wrestling. People want to know what's going on backstage. Especially when it comes to AEW, because we all know that AEW is totally run different than WWE. I think that while this is not a pro wrestling show, this could be something that we could look forward to, because at the end of the day, this could be a look into some people that we don't normally get to see featured on the show. So I think it could be good. It's just we gotta see how it's implemented.
Yeah, I will say that I'm kind of glad it wasn't another wrestling show. But the last thing AEW needs is another wrestling show that nobody's going to.
Well, we need more time. We need more time for wrestling. But, I mean, it's got to be meaningful television. I don't want it to just happen and just not make it be like nothing. Like a Rampage, like a Dark and Dark Elevation.
This it's looking too much like Total Bellas to me. And I didn't say Total Divas. I mean Total Bellas. Like it's giving me that feeling. It may not be. It may be completely better. But
people need to give it a chance. And I
I'm gonna watch it.
But
I'm gonna see what's up. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Here's the thing, though, when it comes to all of this, and this is not just me, trying to figure out like, oh yeah, this is Phil doing something with AEW. Just because it has Tony Khan in it, I know people are just gonna shit on it right away. I just know, and it has that AEW banner on it, so it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, well this is just fucking stupid. I know that's gonna happen.
I just want to reiterate that about this. I love AEW. I just can't stand Tony because I respect him. I respect the hell out of him, but I don't like him. And I will give this show a chance. I will give it a chance. I'll give it maybe 2 or 3.
I just know people won't, and I know that the show is probably going to get terrible ratings. I can probably just tell. This show's going to get terrible ratings.
And that's the thing. I think Total Divas got that same rap too. It had like mad seasons because the first 5 seasons of Total Divas were really, really good, and then when they switched stuff around, that's when it got bad. I don't think.
But here's the thing, also.
It just
Total Divas was in a prime time spot, like the 7 p.m. Central spot.
Yeah, this is going to be from 10 to 11.
This is going to be 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
People are winding down at this point, especially on a Wednesday.
It's on after Dynamite, Loft.
It's on after Dynamite.
It's on after Dynamite. He said
right after Dynamite.
They said that.
He's setting it up for failure from the jump when it comes to ratings.
That's why I said
now
this is gonna have shit ratings.
But at the same time, I think Ms. and Mrs. came on right after Raw, I believe, and Raw and that was when Raw was 3 hours still. Raw was 3 hours now. Ms. and Mrs. usually does good hours. I think they came on after Raw.
They do. They come on after Raw. Most of the time.
And Ms. and Mrs. got. First of all, I think it's an amazing show, but that got really good rating. Ms. and Mrs. I shit on that because Megan told me about it, and I was like, "Fuck that shit." I loved it. I can't wait for that show to come back. So
the Barmageddon show came on after Raw, and that was fucking great.
Yeah, I like Barmageddon. I don't know what they're doing, but it looks cool. But
I only want to.
I don't like the time slot. I don't like the time slot, but if they execute it the right way, then I'm gonna let it rock. I ain't gonna jump on it too. I'm gonna let it rock.
That's the thing. I want to see what it's executed like. I want to see the execution, and I want to see how it's translated. Um, I know people are just gonna shit on it right away because it has the AEW banner and there's Tony Khan involved, but I'm giving it a chance. So we'll see.
We'll see. We shall see.
Then this match, the main event, Jon Moxley taking on Evil Uno. When I sent the graphic to Love earlier today, he thought that was Pentagon. It's not. Pentagon was on the show. He was just in the Battle Royal tonight.
I was pissed.
He was on the show tonight though. He was in the Battle Royal.
First of all, this is my first time seeing Evil Uno wrestle. So
wow, okay.
I was pissed off.
That's interesting.
I was pissed off on release. You know, I came into this match mad, so I wanted to see Penta and Mox. I wanted to see them. Man,
that would be a fantastic match, though.
Yes, it would.
So we got the Mox didn't bleed during the match for the first time in God so long.
Yes, he did. He bled so much in this match.
Oh yeah, he was bleeding.
He was a blood bank.
No, he bled after the match. During the match, that wasn't his blood. That was Evil Uno's blood.
Okay, well, either way, there was blood in a Jon Moxley match. I don't care.
Either way, why is there blood?
Here's the thing. I don't give a shit if Jon Moxley's actually bleeding or his opponent is bleeding. There's blood in every single Jon Moxley match. I don't give a shit.
By the time I see his forehead's gonna look like what's his name? With all the damn scars up there.
So there was some history heading into this match, and I know some people are probably like, "Oh my god, Phil, what is it?" It's 100 matches. If Jon Moxley Wow. Jon Moxley wins, that is his 100th win in the promotion of AEW, which is actually a pretty big, achievement when it comes to AEW. And like I said, the first person to get 50 wins in AEW, that being...
Oh, shit. Is it Jungle Boy?
Yes. Good boy.
Okay, good.
Jungle Boy. And the first person to win 100 matches in AEW is now going to officially be Jon Moxley. So, honestly, you know what? Him being the actual poster boy for AEW to begin with, or at least that's who I think of when I think of AEW first, is Jon Moxley. Him going to the 100 matches first, that's an easy choice. That's an easy choice. So.
Yeah.
Now this match wasn't anything too special. I mean, it's Jon Moxley and Evil Uno. I like Evil Uno. I think Evil Uno is actually great. I think the whole Dark Order is great.
That match shouldn't have been just American. But I get why
it's the 100 matches, bro. That's the only reason why it was the main event. But and honestly, I actually did kind of like that it was in the main event, mainly because of the fact of the whole thing of the whole aftermath with Hangman and Jon Moxley.
I get why the main event. They had to set up the Mox and Hangman and shit for Revolution.
So, like I said, I mean, it wasn't anything too special, but at the end of the day, it was 100 wins for Jon. It was a pretty decent match for what we had. So we had Uno. He was busted open to hell underneath this mask. Moxley is able to start turning the tides around in his favor. Hammer and anvil elbows to the head of Uno. Moxley turns him around into the bulldog choke. Uno is struggling and fading away, but he tries to fight back up to his feet, only for Moxley to wrap the legs and around Uno's body, and he's just passing out, and the referee calls for the bell, and that is just simply it. Jon Moxley wins by submission, and that was that. The Dark Order then come down running to try to separate Jon from Evil Uno, who would not let go until the BCC comes running down, as they're just, fighting it out with the rest of the Dark Order. And then Hangman Adam Page comes out, and I was fucking furious at this point because they changed Hangman's music. I don't know if you guys...
What?
Did they really?
They fucking changed his music, and it's pissing me the fuck off.
I don't even know if they did that. I don't even know that.
Because the crowd was so loud that Hangman came out. You couldn't even hear the damn music, but they changed his music. They did.
I didn't even watch that.
They changed his music, and I'm so mad about it. But
damn, man.
Heyman came running down to get involved, wrapping barbed wire around his hand, and he dealt with Moxley, who wisely left the ring, and that was basically it. As the show goes off the air, that Texas Death Match is going to be fucking fantastic. I think that's going to be a great match.
I'm very bloody.
Dude, there's going to be so much blood in that. But at the end of the day, I know some people are probably going to say this was a thumbs down show. I wouldn't say this was a total thumbs up, but I would give it semi up. I thought we had some good action along with some good segments, but that important announcement, not too important.
If I had to rate the show on a 10, I'd give it a 7. 7. I'd give it a 7. Because it was definitely better than last week's shit show.
Yes.
That was shit.
Anything was going to be better than last week, for sure. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Tony just needs to get his shit together. That's basically just what it is. And that's it.
And keep your women's division better, please. That's all we ask.
That's going to take a fucking miracle, though, Deontay. And that's...
We're going to ask you. It's been 4 fucking years.
I know, bro. Listen. And people legitimately think he's my dad. He's not. My dad would actually treat women better than this. Fuck.
I don't know if she's one of them. But you need to teach it. You need to tell your husband to book this shit. Tell him to lay off the work powder or get back on it and book this shit up. Please.
I don't know. But regardless, guys, that was your AEW Dynamite post show. Thank you to TJ and to Law for coming in during the show. Deontay, you're here the whole time, so I appreciate you for that. What do we got? Tomorrow's nothing. We don't have a recording tomorrow, but on Friday we have the Friday Night SmackDown. Friday is the Friday Night SmackDown after the Elimination Chamber, so we have some stuff going on there. We got no idea what's happening on Friday, as far as I'm aware of. So, yeah.
No.
We just have stuff there.
Sometime this weekend, though, you gotta have that discussion about the yeah.
I mean, we had a huge discussion tonight, but yes, we can possibly do a weekend episode talking about every women's division that we could possibly think of under the sun. TJ, I know you have that huge, those lists that you were talking about earlier today in the chat. So yeah, we can work something out for a weekend if you're down.
Mm-hmm.
Locke, you got anything to say before we get the hell out of here?
No. Oh, 3 words to Mr. Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm gonna keep saying this until
Finish
he
the
does
story, please.
Finish the story.
Oh, really? Those are the 3 words?
Yes.
That's actually kind of crazy. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep saying that until it's storybook time.
Please, can you show up on Friday? Please. I know you're watching this, but please.
Dark Order theme song.
What? Oh man.
What?
Hangman came out to the Dark Order theme song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Dark Order got a new theme song and Hangman came out to it.
Okay. Hopefully that's not actually his theme then. Hopefully.
Yeah. So I think he still has his regular one, but for Dark Order shit, they have a new one.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe. Okay. That helps me out a little bit. Okay.
Damn.
That. Okay. I'm not too pissed off now again. Okay. All right. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate that before we got out of here, because man, I was gonna be looking up some shit. Oh my god. But yeah, that's it for tonight's show. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Hit the like, hit subscribe. Go down in the description. All the links that you need are down there, from merch, social media, all that stuff down there. Guys, I do want to reiterate, everything that was said here between these four people, I know we got heated. We got heated. But that's only because we're so passionate about everything. We're all cool.
If you can't get heated with your feelings about stuff, you're really friends.
We're all cool with each other. TJ?
I got a problem with Fly. I just call him on the phone and scream at him.
That's what Loft does to me every day. TJ, if it did actually seem like I was legitimately pissed off at you, I apologize.
No.
No, like you're not going to forgive me, or nah, like we're good?
No, we're good. The only way like I can get pissed off, and you see it in the chat, is when they bring up TV or they start spouting blasphemous shit like The Weeknd clears Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that was fucking ridiculous.
Who said that in the chat? I'm
Jalen. It's Jalen. It's always Jalen.
It's always Jalen.
Blasphemous shit.
It is
okay.
And then Steven's dumbass agreeing with him.
Dude, the thing is, I'm sorry, but I don't even, like, when it comes to him and whatever he's spewing in the chat, I don't even acknowledge it for real, because whatever he says is blasphemy every time.
This man had the nerve to say that everybody clears Trish. That pissed me off.
Dude, that was bad. Dude, he said that. Okay. Who did he basically said every woman from the NXT roster clears Trish, and I'm like, how do you say that when A, they're not on the main roster yet, and B, they haven't really had anything to go off of when they are in NXT. You can't say that yet. like I don't know. He's just a very, very strange individual.
Y'all saw Sean finally answer my text messages?
What?
Shawn Michaels. Higginbottom.
Sean Higginbottom replied to your text messages.
No, not physically. I've been asking for a Nikita and Tiffany Stratton feud for I don't know how long, and they're going to do it.
Okay.
They had a conversation on NXT.
So they're giving it to you.
Yes. This is my Rock and Stone Cold. So
this is that is huge. That is a huge props to both of them.
Yeah, this is exactly what this is to me. Man, stand and deliver main event. That's what I want. Yeah. Nikita can't wrestle.
I still think that's Braun and Carmelo's thing to take, but hey, that could be a women's main event.
They should do like a fucking. They should get like 2 rings and then have 2 main events at the same time. They had 2 separate matches.
Dude, you know how crazy that would be?
That would be sick.
That would be confusing.
Just 2 different matches, but like on Peacock, you can like determine which match you want the hard camera to be set on.
And on the TV, it's just a legitimate split screen down the middle. One side has the women and the other side has the men.
You know how crazy that would be? So we're not doing WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. We're doing WrestleMania Screen 1 and Screen 2. Just 2 WrestleManias.
Yeah.
And in 2 separate venues, too. In 2 separate
like
venues.
Raw that 1 year.
Speaking of the fucking streaming, I've said it once and I'll say it again. WWE needs to stop announcing these fucking bomb-ass house shows and not streaming them.
Dude,
Dog,
okay,
are you
I am pissed off about that.
20-man battle royal for Gunther's challenger and not show me it.
It's at Madison Square Garden.
Bitches.
If it's at Madison Square fucking Garden, you should be showing that shit. I'm sorry.
I'm about to go. I ain't gonna lie.
Do it just like Beast in the East. Stream that fucking shit.
Beast in the East.
That show was ass, by the way.
Beast in the East.
Ray Wyatt's first match back in 2 years wasn't even televised. That was against Jinder Mahal. But still.
And here's the most sad thing about that show, Beast in the East. I stayed up and watched that shit. I didn't have to.
The only good part about that was KO versus Balor.
Yeah, that was really the only good thing
And they
about
had,
the show.
of
But
course,
yeah,
Brock Lesnar squashed the Black Man.
No, thing is, he didn't even squash Kobe. They had a good match. That's the match that should have been on fucking SmackDown instead of a 9-second fucking match. Like, damn.
Kobe just sprints at him and this is over.
yeah, that's it.
I knew it too. Oh, that bit.
Just set up a match that nobody wanted to see.
And here's the sad thing about that too. That match is just fucking disgusting. But that stage, that fucking stage.
That stage was kind of
That stage
crazy.
is amazing.
So crazy looking, and I love that stage. And they did not. They didn't keep it. They did not keep it because they had to, they had to close down because of the pandemic. And then even when they came back, they didn't even bring that shit. Why can't you bring
really
that shit
need to
back?
change
Change
that,
the stage. I've been going on it for months. And while we're at it, let's go down to Lofts. Let's go down to Lofts movement. Change the fucking ropes.
Man, please.
Change the ropes, change the stage. It's all together. And whoever said
And theme songs too. Change them shits.
well,
If I hear greatness one more fucking time, bro.
That shit is ass.
that
Greatness. Yeah, it feels like
That shit
greatness.
is terrible.
Greatness is 2023's blow my mind.
Oh,
don't
dear
even
God.
fucking get me started on that shit.
I still hate Daniel Bryan for that shit, bro. Like, come on, man. That's why MJF talk shit about your kids.
Dude,
Cena gonna fix it this year, though. Cena gonna fix it.
change the stage, change the ropes.
Soundtracks.
It's legitimately.
Theme songs.
It's just the fucking movements, okay? WWE. We want to see you succeed, okay? Fuck. Alright.
All Jim Johnson back.
I want to be a fan that just enjoys wrestling, but these motherfuckers make it so hard.
Stop changing good things, please. Like, why is the Rebel Heart need to be changed? Why would Tommaso change the theme song?
Well, that's because of CFOs, but that's fucking ridiculous.
Well, they need to take CFO and get their ass back. What do you think, John?
Yeah, no.
Also, I don't give a fuck what Ciampa said. His new music is ass. I don't care what sentimental value it has to you. That shit's ass.
No
Hey,
One
what'd
Will
you say?
Survive is easily one of the greatest songs of all time, and they took that away from him.
That's a great song. That's a
And
great
he tried to cover up for him. He was like, I'm happy with the change. It means a new journey in my career.
We know you're
Man,
not.
fuck
We
that.
know you're not.
Give us our song back.
No! You know, I almost cried today. During the 2K showcase thing, Asuka's theme song is her old one. It's not her amazing new one.
Yeah, I know. They're always outdated, bro. They're always outdated. I mean, the actual Rebel Heart is Johnny's theme song in the game,
That's good.
which is good. That's a good thing. But I'm just saying, it's always outdated.
Because apparently the cutoff for it is like SummerSlam for each year. So when SummerSlam happened this year, that's why Dom doesn't have the updated attire, but he still has the updated hair and tattoos.
Well, here's the thing. Now that the games are coming out in March, the cutoff is SummerSlam. But before, when they came out in October, it was WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So that's just the whole thing now that the games are coming out in March instead. So
And another thing too, give these legends different attires for fucking. Trish Stratus has had the same attire.
Oh, I keep fucking saying that.
We're gonna
Give me
have
that silver fucking attire,
dude. We're gonna have like 17 John Cenas.
Bro.
Oh,
when we all
God,
when we all know we can just have separate attires or like the the
But-
actual like alternate attires.
But here's the more important thing: we're getting bald-headed Randy. We're getting 2009 Randy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I'm
What are you
gonna
some
get
more than current
fucking
Randy?
minutes on Universe mode.
I thought you were pissed about that. I'm like, that's great.
No.
I'm like, that's fucking great.
Wait.
What?
Is Mania 24 one of the showcase matches, or am I tripping?
It better
No,
be.
it's not.
Mania 24? I don't think so.
No,
Damn it.
no.
Fuck. Okay.
Mania 24 was a triple threat with Triple H and Randy, right?
Yeah. Damn it. It's not.
No, wait,
Fuck.
that's
Yeah, probably not.
I thought that was 25. No, wait,
25
was
is
the
one
disc.
Edge and Big Show.
Yeah.
No, that's 26.
What the? Oh my god, I need to go to fucking bed.
25 is him, Edge, and Big Show.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
the triple threat I was thinking of. Okay.
He had a triple threat 2 years in a row.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's kinda
That's
wild.
really fucking wild.
It's kind of wild.
I just want Randy's whole theme song in there. Also, that's all I want.
Hey!
Nothing you
Nothing
can
you can say. Nothing gonna change what you done to me.
I can't believe Randy hated that. Randy hated that theme song. I can't believe that hated that.
Burning My Light or Voices?
I love them both.
Burning My Light's better. I'm sorry.
It is.
Voices
It
is better in my opinion. It's better in my opinion.
I'll put that joint in the car. I'll be in Wendy's. Like, hey! I love that shit.
Especially the guitar at the beginning, just that.
Alright,
And then the build up to.
Alright, this is determining our friendship right here. Nexus theme song, yes or no?
Yeah.
No.
It
God,
depends on what day it is.
TJ?
we talking new Nexus or old Nexus?
I'm talking about Wade Barrett Nexus, the first generation of Nexus, not the punk.
Yeah.
What even is their theme song? Is it the same as the NXT show?
You'll be unknown.
You don't
Something like that.
Well,
It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. TJ.
It's nothing to call home to your mama about. I mean, it's good, but
I'll be singing it. I'll be singing in the shower or nothing. But I mean,
you know what song's better than that?
Y'all are
It's
really
a new
disappointing.
day.
Y'all are
it's a
really-
new day.
It's a new generation.
Y'all are really disappointing me right now. Fuck. Okay.
Bro, even Ted DiBiase's theme is low key underrated. I
Who?
come from money. I come from
That's
fame.
kind of fire.
You know whose theme song had no business going as hard as it did?
All
What?
of that just cut out.
Not
All of
all
that
that cut out. We did not hear you.
My AirPod died, but no, David Otunga, his theme song.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
Oh, where you go? Oh, when you're standing next to me, yeah, I
That
know
shit
you
was
feel the
Okay.
power. Oh, that's
You want to know another theme? Alex Riley's "Say It to My Face." That had no business being that good.
Alex Riley, man.
Say it to my face was so fucking
No.
good.
I saw this one come on my Twitter across the other day. You know what show's theme song was a fucking banger?
Superstar.
Superstar.
Go there, invincible tonight.
Superstars was ridiculous.
Superstars is ridiculous. Yes.
I'm invincible tonight.
That song is on SBR 2010. Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
It's ridiculous.
You know
Yes.
whose theme song was
They really made us think we would see Undertaker compete on that show and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't. It was Yoshitatsu.
It was
He showed
Yoshitatsu.
I
Every
think he
week.
showed up once. I mean, he showed up once.
Every week Yoshitatsu matches off.
I ain't gonna cap. Bianca Belair's theme song sounds so much better live than it does on TV.
Yes.
It does. It
That shit
really
is
does.
crazy.
Yes.
That shit is insane.
That and Judgment Day, me and Phil were screaming.
Boy!
Dude, okay. Miles Kennedy.
For that.
Miles Kennedy is great. And if you don't think that, you can get the fuck out of the chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're wild if you think otherwise. That is
Miles Kennedy is the greatest vocalist in that genre of music. You can't tell me otherwise.
Hot take. I like the original version better, where it had Edge's "You think you know me?"
Yeah,
never did.
The longer version.
I love that fucking version.
I listened to the full song. I don't even listen to the Judgment Day cut. I listen to like the full like alter.
Bro, the full song is
Alter Bridge song. Yes.
Yeah.
Just the way he fucking starts it, bro.
That shit is sick.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the other side. Oh my god.
That's a good. I ain't gonna lie. When you go into work or school, if you put Roman's music in like full blast in your ears, you feel like you're about to just dominate the entire day.
You're gonna dominate the whole
for
world,
real,
bro.
It just feels like you're just gonna punch somebody. It's fucking awesome.
Dude, it's legitimately like a mafia boss type song.
That shit is sick. Walking in the office, just it's just freaking sick.
I'm raising my hand like I'm holding the fucking championship. I'm like, bro, alright, dude.
Every time I wear like the one Roman shirt I have, when I wear it out, that's how fucking that shit is sick.
I feel like I'm on top of the fucking world. Okay, so good. We can talk about that shit all day.
That really could. I need to do that as a tier maker. WWE.
Yeah.
I got
honestly,
let me in on
what?
that.
I'm thinking of like, you know what? Bye, Deontay. I'm thinking of just not even really doing like, you know we do Tuesdays talks, but fuck actually talking about the news and shit.
Tuesday tier makers.
Let's just do like games and stuff like that. Do the tier makers.
Yeah.
Possibly do like well, if you can do the whole Akinator thing again, that would be kind of fucking weird.
Oh dear God.
Wow.
When I tried to get it together, it kept trying to get full
shit,
stuff,
dude.
bro.
Like, I mean, yes, the whole news and stuff, that's cool, but like, let's just have some fun on that Tuesday. Or weekends, whenever we can.
Tier lists go stupid. The tier lists are very, very fun.
Tier lists are fun. Unless you're doing the AEW one, and in which case me and Phil have to make 2 fucking videos. Cover all 200 plus people.
Yeah, that was...
I gotta send Phil the website where like, cause Aiden made me a quiz when I was on my PC for, I forget what the website is. It's like a whole bunch of letters, but Phil was in there when we were doing like the theme songs and we were picking between each one.
Oh, but dude, we can't do that on here.
Why? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Copyright.
Fuck.
I mean...
That's why Twitch is awesome.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you're doing Twitch, I'll be doing that shit all the time.
Yeah, but,
Why Twitch goes stupid.
For real.
Twitch, I mean, if we know the actual name of the theme song, we would be able to do it. But, like, the thing, like, no, we can't actually hear the theme because, YouTube. Which sucks, but...
We gotta buy you a PC, Phil.
Oh my god, dude. I'm telling you right now.
YouTube is iffy about it. Because I got a couple videos up that have, like, full WWE theme songs in them for Universe, and those hoes are chilling.
Yeah.
Those will be down, though.
Because they said as long as it's transformative and looks like a reaction, they'll let it slide, but I wouldn't risk it.
I'm not going to
risk this. With a reaction, you got to, like, edit it, Joe. Like, you got to clip a lot, because that's what I do on my channel.
I think it also helps that ours has gameplay in it, so, like, that might be why it's sliding also. Because the worst I've ever gotten is, it was literally a video I made with sounds I put in there. It was like, we blocked it in these third world countries. And I was like, as long as you're blocking in the United States, I'm all good. Shit.
Yeah.
I was cool with that until I saw that like half my demographic was from like fucking like Zimbabwe. And I was like, oh.
And that'd be the main fucking country too. They'd be like, it's blocked in New Guinea, Zimbabwe, Haiti, Dominican
New Zealand.
I was like, if I walk in Zimbabwe and niggas just know who I am, I'm gonna feel like Michael Jackson or some shit. I'm like,
not famous.
Like, oh shit. Niggas know me in Africa.
Niggas know me in Africa?
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking
Said,
wild.
niggas know me in Africa.
All right, guys. Let's get the fuck out of here. We appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Links down there in the description. Do whatever the fuck you need to do in order to help this channel grow as much as possible. You guys mean the absolute world to us. You guys continue to come on in each and every single time. You guys are killing it. So. Alright, that was a little weird.
That was to them. That was to them, not y'all.
And well, here's the thing. I have headphones, so that felt really weird for me.
Lop is like, what the fuck is going on?
Phil just had a kiss in his ears.
Oh shit, Johnny's in the chat.
Johnny!
Hey, man.
What did I say? He said, thank you, TJ, to something. What the fuck did I say?
Probably.
Hello, Johnny.
Oh, it was probably about
Ali,
where I was like, if they went to Chicago, if they were doing things at home, Ali would win a title every time they're in Chicago.
Oh, that probably was it.
Hello, Johnny. Edge is him.
That's crazy.
Damn, I must have said something good because Prodigy agreed with me on something. God damn.
That's wild. That's wild. By the way, Johnny, I don't know if you're still here in the chat or not, but we need to have you on the show one day. We need to have everybody on that show one day.
Yes, get on the show.
Get on.
We can talk about Edge for 3 hours.
No, well,
yes.
No, I want him to actually like us, so that's probably not the best route.
No, he gonna like Edge today. God damn it! I don't give a fuck. He gonna like.
Yeah, you gonna like this motherfucker today?
Yes, we gonna play his Edge on the chat.
Hey, once Marissa gets settled in her new place and we get Johnny back on GMO with you, yeah, he's gonna rock that Edge shirt once me and Zay beat y'all.
Wow.
We ain't forgot. It's on hold. It ain't ended though.
That's crazy.
Listen. Johnny and I have been in the works, bro. Johnny and I have been in the works. We got some plans going, so don't think that.
Hopefully, it's playing to win because right now, me and Zay beating y'all ass every week on GMO.
Damn.
Hey.
Me personally, I'm not taking that.
Shirt is calling your name, Phil.
I don't know if I'm taking that.
Johnny.
Wait, the what shirt?
Johnny.
Baron Corbin. Yeah,
he has to wear a bum
the way we're going, the losing GMs have to buy and wear the shirt of their most hated wrestler and praise them. So if me and Zay lose, he has to wear a Roman shirt and praise him, and I have to wear a Ronda shirt and praise her.
Ew.
I want y'all to win so I can hear John say nice things about Edge.
I want it so bad.
I think I get more entertainment out of Zay struggling to talk about Roman. I think that would be the funniest thing.
I can say some good things about Corbin because I have before.
Yeah.
But
originally it was supposed to be like a fatal 4-way, but they don't allow that on GMO because I was gonna make all 3 of y'all motherfuckers praise them.
They do it in 2K23 though, so
yeah.
So yeah, if we reboot it, I'm kicking all y'all's ass. Johnny's gonna praise Edge. I'm gonna make Zay basically deep throw Roman, and you gonna give some love to Corbin.
And Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze are playable in the GM mode, so that's gonna be fucking great.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for that.
Oh, okay. All right, let's continue to get there, guys, because I mean we're not too far off. But 2K, I'm still fucking pissed off at you because there's still nothing for Universe mode yet. But we'll probably not get that.
Give us the shit we want. What did Batista say?
The same issue we've already seen.
Yeah, let me do it like Batista did. Let me hit him with that Batista. Oh, I got to turn the camera on for this. They got to see this now. They got. Give me what I want. You hear me now? You 2K? Huh?
Okay.
I have one screenshot of what Universe Mode looks like. I have one screenshot.
Like, is it 2K23? Wow.
Yeah.
Put it in the chat.
And you never shared that shit?
I did in the Discord.
Yeah.
I haven't been in the Discord today.
Speaking of Discord, Loft, I need to. The version of me you have is outdated as fuck. So I need to. Really? Yes, I need to re-upload that motherfucker. And
I don't have any more room, bro.
Also, I want my one-on-one with Prodigy still.
I told you.
I don't think he wants that.
We got that shit. We're gonna
2-on-1.
kick
Yes, 2-on-1.
Prodigy seems to win all the matches he absolutely needs to, except like the 3 times he was forced to retire. So I mean, listen, you
3 times. Crazy.
Yeah. Long story.
You should have just kept him retired. Even if you won, you should have just retired his ass. You know how hilarious that would have been?
It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. But
if he won his retirement match, you know how funny it would have been if you just retired his ass anyway?
We wouldn't do it twice. Hilarious. He retired twice. He fought for his career twice and lost like 2 different times.
Then he should have retired.
He did, and then he came back as a new character.
Why?
I don't know.
Why'd you give him another chance?
If
you're fired, you're fired. That's what happened to me.
When did that happen to you?
Nico Extra.
Who fired you?
Not Nico Extra. The other Nico. Vibes.
Are they the same person?
No, that's not the same person. No.
Really?
No.
Oh,
really?
What? oh, the other Nico is the dude that does the news, right?
Nico Extra does the news.
Nico Extra is the news
I'm sorry,
guy.
they had the same name.
Nico Vibes is
the 2K. He's dreads. He got dreads.
The
okay,
dreads. I didn't want to call out that because
Well, he got dreads.
That's his hair, Phil.
People are going.
You're black.
Okay.
The black guy.
I'm not gonna say it that way. No.
I would have known.
Yeah. Why are people so afraid to say that? Just say the black guy.
It's okay, Phil. You're one of us now.
I would have
wouldn't fly though.
It's not like you're saying
gonna fly.
Nigga.
It's not gonna fly. I know these people in the chat. It's not gonna fly with them.
They're not worried about that.
The white people in the chat? Who the fuck are they to call someone racist?
You're one of us, Phil. Remember that. You're one of us.
You're a nigga, Phil. You're a nigga.
You're a nigga, Phil.
It's like, you're a wizard, Harry. You're a nigga, Phil.
That's a crazy sentence right there.
Alright, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Where's the screenshot?
Yeah, Love, where the fuck is the screenshot?
I'm looking. Relax. I got a lot of pictures of Nikita. I have a lot of pictures of Nikita in my phone, y'all.
Whoa.
What do you mean, whoa?
Hit the like, subscribe, do the things you need to do. Loft has a lot of pictures of Nikita in his phone, and we will talk to you.
I was joking. Holy crap. Now everyone